here's the euro dollar, and the most important key level, in my opinion, is on the daily time frame when we look at this daily breaker. Why this is a significant level? It is so because it was proven by price how much time it invested trading around this level until we broke sharply from it, revisited it again, created sell-side liquidities and made a displacement, marking this as the internal protected high, which price should close above in order to flip bullish. Now notice what happened over here. Instead of price sweeping this buy side and displacing lower, price didn't wasted any day before it just broke above it sharply with strong bullish momentum to the upside. It also challenged the next buy side liquidity by trading above it and closing above it on an hourly closing basis. That's why I mention it as BOS, opening the targets for taking this buy side once again. Now, another hint still tells me that price could still be bullish is how price is retracing back. A lot of times, if a reversal took place already, you will see a sharp rejection and direct immediate inverse fair value gap, exactly what happened over here. Or for example, if I get back a little bit, you will directly see a strong bearish momentum to the opposing side, inverting fair value gaps and creating bearish fair value gaps. However, right now what I see, especially after closing above this buy side over here, I see a potential corrective phase or profile taking place, which also indicates for a potential continuation to the upside. Now, of course, anything can change, but in order for me to be convinced that price is bearish again, I need to see a close below this level, back inverting this daily breaker, and then we could potentially look for shorts into those two relative equal lows or the weekly imbalance over here. So, all in all, I'm still leaning to be bullish. However, can I actually find any intraday setup bearish for this New York session today? I think we have one. And just before I share it, I also have this 8-hour bullish fair value gap just as a first target for price. So I wouldn't be surprised if I see something like this, a rejection, and then a continuation to the downside. So I have to be careful in how I'm trading this kind of profile. In such periods of time, in the correction phase, I'd be very cautious. I take exactly specific levels and I only choose to work with OTE. So scaling down into the 1 hour. Now, I personally like the 1 hour time frame because it allows me to break down the price even further. So I see, especially after yesterday, a clear break of structure. Okay, this was the protected high. We broke below the low. We closed below it. We then took 1 hour's fair value gap, which was during Asia session. Price still made another push to the downside, closing well below this sell side over here, marking another break of structure. Now notice something. The most important key point over here alongside with the bias is that price did not reach this bullish fair value gap over here. And even though it did and then offered a nice rejection, I just need a lower time frame confirmation over here. That will convince me that yes, price still want to at least sweep this sell side once again. Now, the better case scenario, if I see price rejecting this level, okay, this over here before sweeping this sell side or even tap into the fair value gap. If from here right now until a couple of hours to come, if I see price going higher, here I have even a higher probability after taking a lower time frame confirmation. I have higher probability to target this low slash the fair value gap once again, maybe as a last leg lower, or I leave price to do whatever it wants. All my focus is just on this simple narrative, a potential balance of this fair value gap and then a continuation to the downside to sweep the low and potentially balance this bullish fair value gap. Now, I'm not saying this the job of the price is going to be done because potentially we could see something like this and then a continuation to the downside, lower lows, lower highs. Now, I shaded this area on the daily time frame because it's a key level. So if from here I see a potential change of character and price changing to bullish, then I will start looking to buy into those opposing liquidity or potentially targeting those two relative equal highs over here. So this is going to be a key level for the euro. Today, as long as this fair value gap is not taken, I'm highly observing this level. If price took it, then I'll be conservative of how I'm going to be shorting from this level, or I'll take a very critical confirmation on the lower time frame. So the drawn liquidity one is the sell side, fair value gap, and of course, same thing. If we see a nice displacement, a nice BOS, this is the protected high, nice fair value gap aligning with this breaker, then I will also, as well as not reaching the daily breaker, I would also look for shorts. With that being said, Let's observe together this setup. I invite you to set your alerts. Regardless what happens, it's a very nice profile to observe. After staying for no trade for Monday, market consolidation, no trade on Tuesday, Wednesday also, but Wednesday gave us the confirmation. The first trade of the week, in my opinion, was around this level after a clear break of structure, not reaching the draw on yet, but it happened during Asia. I'm not sure how it was ready to continue during London, but this was the profile so far. Let's see how it goes. Let's observe for this New York session, and I see you in the next update.